All right. Welcome back. I should change this setting real quick. Okay. That should sound better.
Yeah.
But once again, welcome back. Um, as always, before we dive into anything, we are brought to you by wannaparlay.com. Make sure you use the promo code JMP. Get your
Absolutely.
100% deposit match up to 250 smackaroos.
What is
Just
a
make
smackaroo?
sure, in like a buck, maybe a smack. One smack's $1. Um, but this week would be great. Good Thursday night football coming up. Now would be a good time to make sure you sign up, use that promo code. And just as a reminder, they are different. They're different than FD, DK, all that other stuff. This is boosted parlay contest, and it tells you every time how much the other sites would have paid you versus what you would have, or versus what you did win. So that's the big difference. Just make sure you read up on the rules and how it's ran. It is a little bit differently, but it's a lot more value for the money that you put in. But yeah, with that being said, football has been wrapped up. Both Monday night games happened last night. We will get to them eventually. Last thing we covered was the Thursday night game where Giants spanked the Eagles.
Yeah, Jackson Dart and Scattaboo are them boys.
Yes, they are.
Them boys.
But London probably are just thinking like, oh, what the fuck was this?
Yeah, we sent them our best product, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, Jets and Broncos. You obviously would have thought that Broncos would have covered -7 spread on that. It just was so sloppy. A lot of fumbles in the first half.
Game.
Garrett Wilson gets injured. He has a hyperextended knee, which will make him miss some time from this game. But the fact that the Jets lost by 2 points when their offensive stats were, let me just read this off and remind you, obviously, final score is 13-11, Broncos win. This is the offense for the Jets. Justin Fields, 9 of 17, 45 yards.
You got to add in there, too, that Justin Fields had a net passing yards of -10.
Average yards per attempt was 2.6.
Yeah.
Brees Hall, not much better. His average yards per carry was 2.7. 22 carries for 59 yards. And then you look at their leading receivers. Josh Reynolds, 3 catches, 25 yards. Garrett Wilson, 3 catches, 13 yards.
And then 3 altogether, the rest of the people.
And you still only lost by 2.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's not much to brag about. Not like they were doing anything crazy. The Broncos' defense is just ridiculous, though. Like, they got 9 sacks, and the Jets didn't look like they could do anything the entire game. They literally scored 3 field goals and a safety.
Yeah. Broncos
and the safety wasn't even there. The safety wasn't even them doing it. It was Garrett Bowles getting a holding call.
But this is also kind of crazy because when you look at the the Broncos side, and for example, we will look at their rushing. This is everybody that had a rushing attempt this game. J.K. Dobbins, Bo Nix, Evan Engram, R.J. Harvey, Prentice, Troy Franklin, James McLaughlin, Marvin Mims Jr.
It's not
everybody.
James McLaughlin.
Huh?
It's not James McLaughlin, you jackass.
I didn't say mate.
His name's Jaleel McLaughlin. You said James. It's recorded. We'll see.
No, I said Jaleel.
Okay. Sure, buddy.
You're trying to put words in my mouth. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Put words in your ass.
Where do you go to college? Huh?
Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yeah, where do you go to college?
Youngstown State.
I see you don't even know your shit.
Tell me why I'm wrong. Oh, my God.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know how to make that not come through the laptop, though, to be honest with you.
It'll be all right. Well, just press the hang up button once and it'll stop making noise.
All right. Keep talking about the game real quick. Let me just send this a message.
Yeah.
To work.
Yeah, I mean, the offenses in this game were not good. I mean, obviously the Broncos had a lot more yards, but I mean, it's not really much to show for it, especially when your punter has 291 yards, and I'm guessing the Jets punter probably had more than that. Yeah, he had 355 yards. It's embarrassing, especially sending that over to England, which I don't care. They need to just stop doing this many games in England, anyways. So
I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind having an early game on Sundays, honestly.
yeah, but it's just never a good game, really. When have people went over to England and there's been like a crazy high scoring good ass game to watch?
I think the Steelers game was good
Yeah, but
when they were in
was the
Dublin.
final score 21-17 or something?
24-21. But that's a good game. It's a close game.
Yeah, but it
That's
still
a better
wasn't like
game.
it still wasn't a good game. I'm saying like they send over two teams that are good offensively and they do some show people what can happen in the NFL.
Yeah, just an absolute poop fest is what I call it.
And the Jets, I think they got to get rid of Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn is, I don't know what he's doing. They literally had a point in that game, like when it was getting towards halftime, and Aaron Glenn was like, "Yeah, we're gonna fake a punt, get the first down, and then run the clock out."
Yeah, that 2-minute drive was absolutely terrible. I don't know what they were
It wasn't
doing.
even terrible. They just didn't try to score.
Well, I would consider it being a terrible 2-minute drive when they ran the ball.
They ran the ball three times and didn't call timeouts.
Yeah.
And it was after they faked the punt and got a first down.
Yeah, see, that's where the loss makes sense to me, because just that 2-minute drive alone explains that whole entire game.
They weren't even trying to win, it seemed like. They just were like, yeah, whatever, let's just get through this week.
Yeah, maybe they talked to him, they're like, we need to lose so we can build you the best team possible starting next year when we get the first pick.
But what is that going to do? You're not going to get a quarterback that's good.
No. Could get Jeremiah Smith. Nah,
he's got another year left.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing like
they're just bad.
They've drafted like they haven't. It's not like their defense is like insanely terrible. It's playing bad right now, but it's like when you can't do anything on offense, your defense is going to get tired, and they're going to eventually wear out, and they're going to get scored on.
Yeah, the Jets this season, they've given up since week 1. They've given up 34, 30, 29, 27, 37, 13. Not gonna help you out. Yeah, Broncos take it 13-11. Then nothing crazy for the Broncos. I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, Broncos don't look good. It's just a game in London. I'm sure it has an effect to everyone. Broncos win.
Yeah, it's definitely, and I mean the Broncos too. Their defense is just crazy. They have 30 sacks through 6 games.
Yeah, it's
insane.
Yeah, the next game that I have is going to be the Ravens and Rams game, where the Ravens fall to 1-5. Lamar comes back their next game, because I believe they're on the bye this week, aren't they?
Yeah, they're on a bye this week. So Lamar comes back the week after. Or supposedly is coming back the week after. We'll see.
But kind of what we thought, just no offense. Did bring in Huntley this game.
I mean, it's not really what we thought. I thought Rams
are going to drop 25. So,
I don't know what the fuck was up with them. They just looked like they couldn't do shit. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't throw it. It was just a terrible game in general.
Yeah.
And like you lose Puka halfway through it, or like in the first quarter, whatever, makes it even worse. It's I feel like the Rams without Puka, their offense is definitely going to suffer.
Yeah, he's going to miss some time. I don't know how long they said though, but
he's out probably for at least like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah, but this game was at home. Ravens fans of course booing. Acting like
I don't know how you're gonna boo. I don't know how you're gonna boo your team.
Yeah, how about you take the last 5 years and fucking wipe your tears with it, and then come back and still try to be upset because you have a bad year. No remorse.
Yeah.
You guys have been good.
It's not even a bad year. It's like you're losing your quarterback for a couple of weeks.
I consider it would be kind of bad because he's 1-3 when.
Yeah, but they've also played those games they lost. They lost to the Bills, the Lions, and the Chiefs.
Yeah, but all three of those teams have proven to be beatable. So I don't think that
Yeah,
they're as much
by
of a
each. Yeah, but
juggernaut.
they've proven to be beaten by each other. Besides the
Yeah,
Bills.
but that's also that's early in the season too, where all of them didn't. I mean, Bills look great, but neither the other two didn't look great, and they still lost. So I'm not saying.
Yeah, but the Lions only didn't look good for 1 week,
Yeah, but
and the
I
Chiefs are starting to get more healthy every week.
I just think at the time when the Ravens are playing these teams, you know, I believe it's more of a fair game. They're just losing it, and I don't.
Well, it doesn't help that
Obviously,
their defense it looks terrible.
yeah, but they weren't this. That's my thing, though. Nobody should be able to bring up all the injuries now. You had people playing for the first 3 games. You guys played bad. Your defense gave up a shit ton amount of points, gave up a big lead. Like, it just sucked. The team just did not play good this year. And that's it. That's all there is to it. None of these teams are undefeated that they lost to. None of these teams are
Well, no team's
clearly the
undefeated.
Super Bowl favorites yet. So, like, we thought Packers were the fucking Super Bowl favorite 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, probably. So, like, shit changes. But I get zero remorse from this. I don't, I think it's a bad season because you should have beaten those teams. You were up by 15 on Buffalo and you gave it up. And it's not like their whole team was on the IR like it is now. They were a lot healthier and they still lost. You still gave up 41 points.
Yeah.
So, but that could just be me being the Steelers fan. But I think that's
I don't
pretty
like the
truthful.
Ravens either, but I think it's also that they just are not, like, them being as bad as they are right this moment is definitely partially the injuries because they got their ass handed to them the last couple
I
weeks.
mean,
Even
yeah,
though the
there's been
Rams only
absolutely
put
zero
up,
progression week to week because they just keep losing people.
yeah, like they just look terrible. I mean, you have Cooper Rush your quarterback, you're not doing shit.
No. Nope. Still a close game though. Surprisingly, so many close games. So many close games for Sunday 1:00 window. But yeah, Rams take it 17-3. Kind of how we thought.
No
We knew that
surprise.
they would win, but
We just thought it would be a little bigger.
yeah. This was kind of a toss up, but from last week when we talked about it, but Seahawks end up taking the win over the Jags, 20-12. Jackson Smith and Jigba it could be Jerry Rice. So, unreal. Just like
Yeah, he's
every week.
literally more than half their passing yards.
8 catches, had 13 targets, 162 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, and AJ Barner with 71 yards, being the second on the team.
Yeah, but he also had 60 yards from one catch.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because JSN and Barner both the longest catch of the day was both 61 yards. But but yeah,
JSN, I'll tell you what, he's looking like maybe the best receiver in the league right now.
Do the Seahawks try and trade Kenneth Walker? Because I just don't understand.
I just think I don't know, they just don't run the ball.
Both suck. They ran it 22 times between both of them. They split it pretty evenly.
Yeah, I agree.
And they both sucked. I mean, you take away Kenneth Walker's 10-yard carry that he had, and like probably his third carry of the game.
I mean, you do the same with Charbonnet.
Yeah, but neither one of them. I mean, fucking 34 yards and 24 yards. I mean,
Sam Darnold's longest one was 6 yards, and he had 2 yards. So
yeah,
they're just not a good running team.
It, but yeah,
I would fucking just be, if I was them, I'm throwing the ball to JSN every play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like this, would be a good 1-2 running back combo,
they also had
are not playing.
They also had a hold of the game basically the whole time.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold is looking like he might be an MVP candidate. So.
Yeah, I mean, but Mahomes is tied for the favorite. Fucking
which is crazy.
3-3.
3-3, and he's also
over Baker and Josh Allen.
I think Baker should be the number one, especially
Baker's
after they just
now.
lost.
He's second.
After they just lost all their fucking receivers basically in the last
still
3 weeks,
up that kind of game.
They're still fucking beating. Like, I know the 49ers are the most injured team in the league, but come on.
Yeah, that's it should be Baker. But man, the Browns have got to be punching the air, you know?
Does that mean we're going to the Browns game? I said, does that mean we're going to the Browns game, or are you just talking about Baker?
Yeah, I was just talking about Baker.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Browns got to be punching the air right now. But
Well, they're fucking stupid. They chose Deshaun Watson over Baker Mayfield, even though
yep,
he already had 30 cases on him. So
yeah, that should be like an off-season type of episode where we dive into like. No, actually, we shouldn't do that. But
yeah, I don't think we
just
should
kind
either.
of
I'm not
like
trying to get sued.
he wouldn't touch us. We might.
But
Trevor
I tell you
Lawrence,
what, though,
though,
that
he looked good.
it's nice when they actually are using Brandon Thomas Jr.
Yeah, the actually like throwing him the ball
He
works.
would have 2 touchdowns if it wasn't for Travis Hunter having a holding penalty.
And that offside on that other one
Or
where
no,
he
that's what it
lined up.
was. It was
Yeah.
offsides. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's unfortunate on that play, especially we were watching that game together, but Brian Thomas finally is like mid-season form, but he should have been in this form since week 1. But maybe something happened and Trevor Lawrence realized that if he throws the ball to Brian Thomas, he catches
He'll make
it
plays.
and
He'll
he
make
makes
some
yards.
plays. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely needed for the Jags. Even though they lost, I feel like you can now go into what?
As I said, it doesn't help that Trevor Lawrence is getting sacked 7 times either, because the Seahawks were blitzing him like crazy.
No, yeah, that definitely that hurts. But I think going into next week, you have a different game plan now. Where hey, let's do this every game, and then we probably have a better shot. Not talking any shit on Parker Washington because I absolutely love him. Penn State guy, great.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe we need to calm down on the Travis Hunter targets because if you,
Yeah, I mean,
7
they
targets
just the thing is though, they just try and get him the ball like super short. It's not
on
like
like screens and like
yeah,
bubble screens,
they don't throw it.
RPOs.
They don't throw the ball down the field when they throw him the ball.
No,
Like
yeah, and
his longest catch like before him running this season is probably not very long.
well, his longest yesterday was 14 yards, and he
And he
finished
had
with
4,
4
yeah.
catches on 15 total yards.
Yeah, so I bet you probably had, because I didn't watch the whole game
Well,
because I was
they
watching the
had
red
been
zone.
screens. They have to be.
Yeah, or something like that. It's just like if you're gonna target him, at least go down the field. The dude's a freak athlete.
Yeah, but they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different people catch a pass for the Jags that game.
Well, they also have 3 the ball 42 times, which is crazy, especially against the Seahawks defense.
Yeah, and if you think that number is crazy, wait until we get to the Browns game.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so next, Seahawks cover the spread, which was -1. But close game, kind of what we thought it was going to be. I definitely thought it was going to be more of a high-scoring game, kind of like a 28-35 type of game, only because both offenses are good.
Yeah, but that Seahawks defense is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Seahawks defense is nasty.
So both teams 4-2. But yeah, Seahawks look great. And JSN is Jerry Rice.
I also think, too, that it seems like the Jaguars are getting more on the thing of playing Travis Hunter more on defense and on offense, because he played 40% of snaps on defense yesterday. And I don't know exactly what percentage of snaps he played on offense, but I'm guessing it was a relatively high number.
Yeah, to have 7 targets is definitely going to be a decent amount of playing time on offense. But, if you're going to draft him for that position, might as well fucking play him.
Well, the only reason that you draft Travis Hunter that high is to play him both ways.
Yeah, and
because he's not a first-round pick as a corner, and he's not a first-round pick as a receiver.
No, but even against that game against I think it was like his first game or second game, but he played 2 snaps on defense and then 7 snaps on offense. That's not what I think. He was more credible as a. Well, I don't know.
I think he's a better cornerback personally, but I think
but he had better accolades as a receiver in college, so I don't know how you really argue it.
That's because you can't really get crazy accolades as a defender.
No,
in
unless you're grading
college,
just pass deflections and stuff like that. But
or like getting picks, which he was getting a decent amount of interceptions, but it's not like enough to where he's gonna like be a first round pick just as a
yeah.
cornerback.
Next game on the list, which ruined my parlay, so fuck the Cowboys. But Panthers end up winning 30-27.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great game. 17-25, 3 touchdowns and a pick, 199 up in the air. Dak also, of course, incredible. 3 touchdowns, 261 yards. He
But
threw the ball 34 times.
the real story of this game,
Dowdle. And like we talked about during the game too, is there any need for Chuba at this point? Because it might just be a Seahawks situation.
Rico Dowdle has had 2 games starting, and he has like 400 yards of offense. And this season,
so he has 384 rushing yards.
He was their leading receiver yesterday.
Yeah, 384 rushing yards through 2 games.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude is unreal. And it's a revenge game. Got cut by the
but he also had 200 yards last week.
Yeah, he had 201, didn't he? What was the exact number? And then 183 this week.
And if you're able to give the ball to a dude rushing 30 times, and he's like, I know, like,
when you can't stop him.
Yeah, like,
keep doing it.
Chuba is not doing that.
No, he never has done that.
I think when Chuba comes back, they're gonna be a 1-2. Like, they're gonna be playing both of them.
And it's gonna be Rico at 1 and him at 2, because there's no way you stop this unless the next 2 weeks, man, he just absolutely flips his shit and does the exact opposite of what he's doing. There's absolutely no reason to limit it.
Yeah, I think they do have a tougher rush defense. I think they play the Jets, maybe. Yeah, they play the Jets next week, and the Jets have a relatively good run defense, so they could. But because the Cowboys have the worst run defense in the league, I think. So,
but I will say this, man. CeeDee Lamb comes back. You are looking at one fucking deadly combo with George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, plus fucking Jake Ferguson, dude. This George Pickens come up this year is absolutely unreal, and good for him. I'm a Steelers fan.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
I got his frame over here, not like behind me. Behind me, that's Juju right there. That was not a time toward Juju's over there. But like, love the dude, and I'm I'm happy for him. This was not going to happen on if he stayed with Pittsburgh. Let's be honest.
I don't think it's going to. When CD comes back, though, I don't think this is going to happen.
Of course not, and it shouldn't. You have CeeDee Lamb. He's going to be like one of the best of all time if he keeps up his game. I mean, there's no way you stop this. But the way that George Pickens has played, just like Rico Dowdle has played on brand new teams that obviously they weren't supposed to be there. Now they're there, and George Pickens just having an unreal season. So 11 targets, 9 catches, 168 yards, and a touchdown with a long of 45. And then Jake Ferguson is the second.
And George Pickens is so funny too. He like when he caught one of those balls and he was running down the field and
he's running.
Tried to jump. He jumped and tried to jump over that dude for no reason.
Yeah, and the way he's running with the ball, he's holding the tail end of the ball upwards like that, running like that. I mean,
yeah, he's funny.
So happy.
But yeah, he is balling. I mean, the Cowboys' offense is crazy. Their defense is just trash.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I mean, crazy potential if CeeDee Lamb comes back soon. I mean, just those 3 weapons alone that can get them into the playoffs if they just have a little bit of defense.
But Javonte Williams kind of fell off a cliff this week, though.
Yeah, this week definitely.
Only had 13 for 29. I mean, I don't know what happened to him, but I definitely.
Only 2 yards a carry, not great, but yeah, I mean, you're gonna have games like this where your leading receivers are Tommy Tremble and Rico Dowdle for the Panthers, and you're gonna win because you got Rico Dowdle running for 183 yards. So.
Yeah, and Ted only had 29 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. So.
And I bet Yeah, and I bet those games are a lot easier for Bryce Young to do well because you're probably expecting the run every single time. So the game plan, probably the whole second half of that game, is to be run heavy. So maybe this is what the Panthers, or maybe this is what Bryce Young needed to finally turn over a new leaf and be a quarterback.
I don't think
Obviously, I don't
that's
think that's
going to
it,
happen,
but that's really the only thing that would make sense to where I mean, he's played like absolute dog shit for
yeah,
a year and a
two.
half.
Say it might be what, is it longer than that?
Yeah, it might no, yeah, to me, yeah, 2 years close.
Like 2 years, 2.5 years or
Um,
something.
but yeah, this who knows? But it's working, and their offense looks good, and Bryce Young looks good. You know who also looks good? It's fucking Drake May, dude. Drake May's unreal. Also he would have had another huge touchdown, but got called back.
Well, that game the refs were terrible. There was a
Yes,
lot
they
of
were. We
plays
were
that were
watching
getting
that
called
game.
back.
Yeah, that was a bad reffing game. But Patriots still come out on top, 25-19.
Drake May, I think he looks like he could be in MVP conversation.
Yeah, he's playing lights out. He had 260 yards, 3 touchdowns. Spencer Rattler, really not playing bad though. 2026. So 6 incompletions, 227 yards, no touchdown, no picks. But Chris Olave finally back, 6 receptions, 98 yards. And Kayshon Boutte.
What do you mean finally back? He played last week.
Yeah, but he didn't do shit last week, or maybe he did.
I was gonna say he's been playing like all year.
No, I mean last week he had. Yeah, last 2 weeks has been 59 yards and then 20 yards.
Yeah, well, you can't really do
Well,
much.
all season. So this was his season high. Yeah, so this was his season high. That his highest before this game was last week with 59 receiving yards. Now he has 98 on 10 targets. Yeah, he's been targeted a shit ton. Like against Seattle, he was targeted 14 times as well. But he looks better, doubling his
and I'll tell you
yards.
too. I'll tell you what too. Drake May doing it, like doing what he's doing with no run game, pretty much, is very, very crazy.
I'm not gonna run it either when fucking Ramondre Stevenson's gonna fumble every time he runs the ball.
I mean, him and Travion Henderson had fucking 19 or 20, 22 carries or 22 carries, and they combined for like 40 yards. Like that's not gonna. And Drake May's still just slinging the ball and putting it where it needs to be.
I bet they're still kicking themselves over that Steelers game when they lost by 6 and had 5 fumbles.
Yeah.
But yeah, that run game's atrocious right now. Drake May tying Travion Henderson in rush attempts and beating him by 1 yard, 28. So the second leading was 27. And Ramondre Stevenson, 13 rushes, 18 yards.
And I'll tell you what, too, it's nice for the Patriots that they have. Like, I think every team should set up how the Patriots are. Have that one dude that you can throw to all the time, and Diggs. And then just have a bunch of other dudes that are always going to be relatively good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Demario Douglas had a crazy good touchdown yesterday. Kayshon Boutte was flying all over the place, catching the ball. And, I mean, Diggs didn't do crazy good, but it's nice when he can take away pressure from other receivers and they can do good.
And Diggs would have had a good game. He just had to get called back.
Yeah, I think he had 2 of them get called back, or maybe it was just
he had
one,
2 pretty decently like big 25 and one was a 41. Yeah, so that's gonna hurt, but yeah. So Patriots. I mean, we assumed that they were going to beat the Saints a lot closer than I thought it would have been.
Here's a real question for you: Is Alvin Kamara done? Because I think he's
done.
Not. You don't think so?
Done. D-O-N-E.
Done.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, he's garbage.
No, he's not.
What has he done?
When he got Kendre Miller, he's having a good season, dude. Like, that's just another one of those situations where you're going to split the reps, but I don't think he's done because he's still a good receiving back. He's still getting 3 to 4 catches in the backfield.
He's averaging 50 yards a game and has 1 touchdown.
Yeah, but he's also only rushing it like 13, 14 times a game. So I wouldn't expect him to have crazy numbers every week. But like I said, I think
And
they play him exactly how they're supposed to, as more of a receiving back and
but he
splitting
also
reps
only he,
with
he
Miller.
only has 122 yards receiving.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had a great receiving yards games, but he's still being active in the backfield. I don't think you can really credit anything with him right now because the O-line is terrible and they don't have a great quarterback. So I think it's
Yeah,
more
but
of a situation where
he's played good. He's
99%
played
of
good.
the league, I know, but you're going to run into a situation where 99% of the league is going to fucking know that they're going to be a run-heavy
They
team because
don't
they
run the
have.
ball that much.
But the thing is, Spencer Rattler, I would assume, I'm not going to put money down on it, but I would assume he's not leading the league in 20 plus yard attempts. I'm assuming he's not leading the league in anything. It's a bad offense this year. It's a
Yeah,
bad
there's a lot of
offense.
teams where nobody's leading the league in anything, but they still are able to get the ball to the running back and do good.
Well, I think for them, you have three running backs that you're trying to get in the game with
They
Volson
got
as
two
well.
running backs. Volson didn't touch the ball.
Well, he hasn't because he's been injured since week 1
I don't even
because
know
I
who the
picked him
fuck
up
that
in
is.
fantasy. Well, to be honest, I only know of him because he's got like a 97 Madden speed rating, and he's young, so he's a good person to trade for. But I don't think he's done. I think it's just a bad situation, and
I think by the time the trade deadline comes around, he's gone from their team and he's probably going to be a backup somewhere.
well, I see no reason in keeping him anyways. If someone's going to show
Well, he's
interest, you're
fucking
obviously in
30
the rebuilding
anyways.
phase. He's 31 years old. Like, if
Yeah,
somebody wants value out of him, I'd get rid of him too. You're obviously not in a contention window. He's one of your better players on offense. Um, I'd
it's
see
not
it.
like you're
I'd say
getting
see you
much for
later
him though.
too, huh?
It's not like you're going to get much for him though.
I'd rather get something than nothing. I mean, look at the Flacco's.
But I don't think you're getting anything
Flacco was good enough to be your day one starter in Cleveland. You just trade him for a 6th-round pick. So like
in
obviously,
division, which is ignorant.
yeah. And people were fucking clowning on Mike Tomlin for saying shit. I'm like, dude, I'm glad he said shit. I
Yeah,
literally
that's the
took those
stupid
words
trade.
straight from his mouth. Where he's like, obviously Andrew Berry is smarter than the rest of us because you liked him enough to be your day one starter, and you're trading him to a division opponent.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean it don't make sense.
No, it doesn't. But if I can get anything for Kamara, I would. But I don't think he's done.
I don't think you're getting much for him.
No, looking at a lot of the trades that have happened, recently in the years with players that are relatively around 30, 32, and we're thinking like, oh my god, like if he was worth that much, I would have done it too.
Yeah,
So
if
I
they're
don't.
playing good.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think you'd get anything more than a 5th or a 6th for
You're not.
Kamara at
No,
31
you're
years
not
old,
even.
anyways.
If you're trading and getting Kamara, you're probably trading a 6th-round pick
Well,
and
he's
getting
going to go
a
to a
7th.
contending team for sure. That would make the only sense for him to be traded. I mean, obviously they're going to do whatever the fuck they want, but I would assume the teams that are going to be calling for him are playoff contention teams that don't have a great running back room.
Who?
Fucking Steelers could use him. Fuck yeah, we could.
You have fucking 5 running backs.
Now we have 2.
And Kenneth Gainwell fucking plays good when he fucking plays.
No, he does not.
He literally, the one game he started, had like 130 rushing yards.
He had 98.
Okay. Kamara hasn't had 98 probably all season.
Yeah, well, he also was the only running back playing. So, obviously, Caleb Johnson ran the ball 3 times that game where we had no third running back. Like, it's probably going to happen. And he had a long of like 27 yards too, which, is good. I like it. But Steelers could be a team that could use him, for example. You don't have it. And Jalen Warren's great, but Kamara's good. I still like him.
He wouldn't play over Jalen Warren.
No, I wouldn't want that. But
He probably wouldn't play over Gainwell.
well, he should. Gainwell did have that good game, but other than that, I just don't care for him. Wait, was Chargers? Was that a 4:00 game, or are we still
we still haven't even talked about the Steelers and Browns yet.
I know, that's why I was asking because obviously I'm favorited.
We're on the Steelers and Browns.
Yeah, I mean, before we get started onto this part, the only thing I'm going to say is Aaron Rodgers, dude, you're winning games. You're doing fine. But if I hear you say one more time after the game interview, borderline unplayable is what he said.
About what?
About the offense. And he said that 3 straight weeks. And he says, I've got it. Then how about we just like, I don't know, dude. Throw it to fucking DK. And
He has been.
throw it when like he makes no sense, dude. How are you going to underthrow DK in a wide open streak, probably by 15 yards, and then 2 drives later you roll out and you throw an absolute bullet pass? But man, dude, he is so the whole offense just is so inconsistent. It's the same fucking headache that been living for 5 years since fucking. I mean, really longer than that, because the last 3 years of Big Ben's career was shit.
You know that, though, getting Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes absolutely no sense to bring him in.
Well, before you guys even got him,
I guarantee you our offense would look similar with any of the fucking quarterbacks that are on the roster. So, like, having Aaron Rodgers, I just don't want you to keep talking shit about the offense. Make a change.
I would maybe agree. But Aaron Rodgers, one thing that he does that I know for a fact every other quarterback that you would have playing does, or he doesn't do, is turn the ball over.
I mean, he does and he doesn't. I mean, he's not playing it perfect here, but
yeah, but he doesn't turn the ball over really.
No, but this offense, dude. I mean, we are so cooked.
Yeah,
if this does not change.
Yeah, I've been telling you they need to fucking have another receiver that they can throw the ball to.
Well, and they're in the market for it.
They should be.
There was a thing this morning that says the Steelers are actively searching for another wide receiver. But
yeah,
like Robert Woods, for example, literally played so good during training camp. Played great in preseason, and you only played him for the first quarter. So every stat that he recorded was against starting defenses, and he did great. Gets injured, out for the season, never going to play again. Probably never going to play. Calvin Austin, he's literally cannot stay healthy, dude. And then obviously when he's playing good. But you cannot rely on Calvin Austin's health, because obviously through 2 years he's not, nothing against him. You just can't evade it sometimes.
See,
it just
hurts. The thing is too is it's not like you guys are bad at drafting receivers.
No, they just can't stay healthy. Roman Wilson out the whole entire year with a thigh injury.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying in general. Why don't you go draft another fucking receiver?
Well, I mean, and they will eventually, but it's just so cooked. They have so much more to do, and it's not like on offense before
they're throwing the ball to DK a good amount. He got 9 targets.
But it's it's the play calling. It's the fucking play calling.
Yeah, I told you that too. Arthur Smith sucks.
But it's not even. It's the play calling. I don't think is terrible. We just do not have the right people to be running those plays, because you're asking both Jalen Warren, and they both had a good game last week because they both had multiple 10-yard runs, which is exactly what I want in a game. I don't want 3 carries to equal 10 yards. I want them to be able to run for 10 yards just to keep the drive going a little bit. And they did that multiple times. My thing is it's just like how we have Najee Harris. When you eventually start getting him running north and south. It's almost like he's meant to do that. It's almost like he's the perfect fucking size for a running back to be a bully ball. You go right down the middle of the line. You guys
have that, and he won't play him because he fumbled once.
Well, Caleb Johnson, come on.
Come on, what? They started playing him this week.
Yeah, and he oh my god, dude. He's going to be asked too.
I don't think so.
I would hope not. I would really hope not. But this dude, okay. It would go a little bit off on a tangent, but Caleb Johnson might be Jamarcus Russell. One of the real reasons why he's had disciplinary actions, the dude is not reading tape. The dude's not doing homework. He's showing up to film sessions with zero knowledge about what he was supposed to do the night before. From week 2 to week 3, when they brought in like this new package, he was the only player on offense that didn't look at the new package. I mean, this dude, literally, you are a rookie. You're getting paid millions. I mean, not millions. I mean,
Probably is, but
decent. But I don't give a fuck what they're going to ask me to do. I'm doing it. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to do my homework. And I'm going to be ready in the morning. That's another thing. I'm just so tired of head cases. And I'm not saying he is a head case, but either somebody in your life is hanging on by a thread and that's causing you to not be a part of the team. That I would understand. But if you're just going to be a rookie who doesn't want to watch film, doesn't want to do homework, appears that the practice is lost, and then when you do get your playing time, which is on special teams because you're obviously not practicing because you're not reading the plays or practicing, and then you fumble and you lose the game, but basically lose the game for us, I understand why he's not playing. I mean, I wouldn't give him. Because maybe he's finally fucking coming to class and doing his homework. But that kind of attitude is exactly like I hate that. I hate that so much, and I don't care who you are. Just you think you're better than T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward? They're the guys that lead these team meetings, and you're the one coming up as a rookie who's lost at the very end of the day. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's all I have to say about him. So I hope he does play well. I hope we do get him some more reps, but he's got to change himself if he wants to be a fucking NFL player and play for the Steelers. Yeah. I mean, that's just the bare minimum to it. But going back to that, without Caleb Johnson playing more reps, you're playing like you still have Najee Harris, which is just not going to work, dude. Not going to work. Over the last 3 weeks, they have ran a halfback sweep 8 times over the last 3 weeks. And you know what's happened? You know what's happened on those sweeps? Our shortest yard per game on those sweeps has been 8 yards. Okay, that's almost.
I feel like the running backs the Steelers have. I feel like the running backs the Steelers have. They need to do more zone runs.
They need to be outside. They get it. Where they fuck go the between halfback dive, dude. Fuck the halfback wham. That's their 2 favorite run plays: the wham and the dive. Get rid of it. We don't have Najee Harris. We don't have Jerome Bettis. Like, that's not. If Caleb Johnson was RB1, then yeah, great play. But we don't, and it needs to change. Other than that, Steelers defense doing great. Great things. 7 sacks on the day. Broderick Jones, legendary game. Legacy game. 0 pressures, 0 sacks. I mean, absolutely locked him up the whole entire game. Gave Myles Garrett a PFF grade of 45 that game. Oh, great. I love Broderick Jones. Even though,
now
right?
You do.
Well, I mean, every single Steelers fan alive we would all be on the same page. But that is a legacy game. That is something you build off of. To hold Myles Garrett to those stats is just truly unreal. And he's still only his third year in the league. So a lot of room to grow. And he's young, 24 years old. Good future, maybe. This is just one good game. But it is against Myles Garrett. We will see. Browns, though, on the other hand, why the fuck is Dylan Gabriel throwing the ball 52 times?
Well, it's not like we haven't seen Stefanski do that before.
Yeah, but it's not like that they were out of the game ever.
They basically
until the
already
half.
Yeah, but they pretty much knew Baker Mayfield was about to be gone. And TJ Watt is trying to get the sack record, and they have Baker throw the ball 60 times.
Yeah.
They do stupid shit like that. They're the Browns.
Yep, so that's going to help
you. And to throw the ball 52 times and have 221 yards is crazy.
And to finish with 9, to throw the ball 52 times and to come up with 9 points is absolutely insane as well. But when you're getting players like Jalen Ramsey and Nick Herbig that both have 2 sacks, and Nick Herbig, dude, he is something. He is having a great season so far. But so yeah, 7 sacks, great day at the office. Now obviously he's got to repeat that on Thursday.
Well, they had 6 sacks, but yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. But same mentality heading into Thursday if we could, please.
I didn't have much trouble with that.
Well, it is a division game. Those games are always close.
Then again,
always.
Joe Flacco didn't get sacked, but maybe once or twice yesterday, or Sunday. No, it was yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
but
it wasn't yesterday, but still.
But yeah, like I've been saying, dude, for weeks, I've just been so happy that this defense is healthy. Second in the league in total sacks.
Still like
Second in
6
the league
behind the
and
Broncos is crazy.
second in the league and total takeaways as well. Or they were heading into that game. They probably did not. Probably didn't help them. We dropped probably 6 interceptions that game. But yeah, I don't know what we are now. I'll have to see when these stats refresh for next week. But yeah, the defense is just crazy. And Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers, of course, saying borderline unplayable. And keep getting saved by the defense. Yeah, dude. Hey, yeah.
Well, shit.
How
I
about we
mean,
fucking do something about it, dude?
yeah, but that's also, like I said, Arthur Smith is dog shit.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers. I don't give a fuck what Arthur Smith says. Hey, I
You kind
guarantee
of have
you,
to if you don't have the personnel.
No, because I guarantee you, Aaron Rodgers on a 1-year
Who's he
fucking
gonna?
deal.
What,
He's
Max? What
gonna
are they
run
gonna
that
do?
offense
What are they
exactly
gonna
how
do?
he wants.
What are they gonna do?
Who?
Gonna run? What receiver are they gonna run out there?
I'm talking about audible, changing from a fucking
Okay,
run
but you
play
can.
on 2nd and
Okay,
9, and let's stop running the ball first down, second down until we have a running back that is capable of getting us a first down. Majority of the times before we're throwing on 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, our average third down, our average yards to go on third down this season is 8.7. Said
yeah,
that
but
during the game.
but say he audibles out of a run play, he's gonna have Darnell Washington, Johnny Smith, and fucking Pat Freiermuth out there because you have fucking 2 receivers on your roster.
And that's fine. Dan Orlovsky was literally on First Take yesterday saying the formation with the Steelers where they have 6 offensive linemen is their best offense so far this season. So guess what? Fucking do it. Have 3 tight ends out there. I don't care. That has been our best offense. And when 70% of the time we are lining up with that many offensive linemen anyways because of the tight end room, like should be able to, and he would. I don't know why he isn't. You're Aaron Rodgers. Just change the play. I know for a fact you're giving the keys to the Lambeau. You're a 1-year deal, $13.5 million, and your name is Aaron Rodgers. Change the play. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's gonna change the play and have a bunch of dudes out there that are
Hey,
fucking huge and can't run the fucking route.
I'd rather pass it on 1st and 2nd and then throw for 3rd and 10 than running it on 1st and 2nd, then passing it on 3rd and 10. It makes no sense. We don't have the running back room. We don't have the duo to be playing like that. We have Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf and 3 good tight ends.
Yeah, but you also don't have the fucking roster to be throwing the ball.
Yes, we do. Yes,
Max,
we do.
if your best 3 receivers is a receiver and then fucking 2 tight ends and then another one after that, is not good for throwing the ball.
Austin is
Max,
good.
where is he at?
He missed
exactly.
a game and a half. He missed a game and a half because he got injured at halftime.
He's still supposed to be out. I don't think he's supposed to play next week.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, most of the time you are definitely going to have players on offense that's going to help you.
Yeah, but
like
even
Roman
if
Wilson,
more than half the time you're running fucking 4 tight ends out there, you're not going to fucking be able to audible to a play that's good for passing the ball because you have a bunch of tight ends out there.
But Jake, that's not what I'm saying. 70% of our total plays come out of a 6 offensive line formation. There's 1,000 plays that they have out of that formation. They don't have to run it with 6 offensive linemen on 1st and 2nd. That's what I'm saying. Just change it. Arthur Smith is not good.
If you have 6 offensive linemen out there, that means that's another dude that's not able to catch the ball.
It doesn't matter. The best play, the best offense, the best formation has been that on offense.
Okay, and I bet you they're doing that and they're fucking running 2-yard fucking routes.
Yeah, you think they got a fucking playbook of 5 plays where everything's running a fucking like a
with
two and out
with fucking 3 tight ends out there? Yeah, probably.
Well, the 3 tight end formation's been working the whole entire season when he actually is throwing the ball. I mean, he hasn't thrown it more than 31 times at all. Since he hasn't thrown it more than 31 times since his last 2 games last year. I mean, we don't know what he's capable of doing because we don't want to throw the ball more than 30 times a game.
Because you have 2 receivers.
Yes, but when he's throwing it 26, 27 times a game, guess what? He's getting 225, 230, I mean, the London game, he had a great game, and he threw it 27 times to finish with 245 yards passing.
Guess what you had the London game? Calvin Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, a receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he'll be back, and that's fine.
yeah.
That's fine.
I bet if they're still running the ball a shit ton and they have receivers to put out there and they're running 2 tight end sets or 3 tight end sets still, then they need to get rid of Arthur Smith because you have
No,
Aaron
they
Rodgers.
have a good they have a good playbook. They just fucking are choosing the wrong, and that's what I'm saying. Just
That
change
playbook
out
is
of it.
all
You're
Arthur
Aaron
Smith.
Rodgers. Just change the fucking play. You're allowed to. No one's gonna fucking fire you for changing the play because you think we should be passing on 2nd and 11 than running it. Like,
Okay, but you're fucking saying that like he can change to a play where there's going to be a bunch of dudes getting down the field. It's just going to be DK.
I think we have 2 opposing opinions on this, and I think
Clearly.
we need to watch a Steelers game together because you might see 3 plays that entire game where you're doing 5 out, 5 wide. Maybe 3 plays the
Why
entire game.
you don't have any receivers to do 5.
Yeah, well, yeah, you do. You're just not going to play him. But like when Skowronek plays, he plays great, dude. He literally this season has a 91% catch rate on 21 targets.
Woohoo! Congrats.
Well,
Like
but that's what I'm
it doesn't
saying. Like
matter if you're not fucking
it's
playing.
Aaron Rodgers. He's going to play with any receiver and make them look good. Connor Hayward looked good yesterday. Like Darnell Washington had a great game yesterday. So that's all I'm going to say.
Ben Skowronek this year,
All
Max, has 1 catch and 2 targets.
Then I wasn't thinking of Skowronek. All right. I'm done talking about the Steelers. I definitely think answer is simple as what Christopher Carter says, what Daniel Orlovsky says, Pat McAfee said it, Pac-Man Jones said it. If the Steelers just pass it more than once through 3 possessions or through 3 plays,
I agree with that. But
then what do you mean? What is
because
there to argue about?
Because you're saying for Aaron Rodgers to go up there and switch the play from a run play when they have 1 receiver, 6 offensive linemen, and 2 tight ends.
But it doesn't matter, Jake. That's what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, almost 60% of our total pass plays are ran out of that formation. That's what I'm saying. We use that formation religiously.
Max, I would get that if you had more people out there to catch the ball.
And it doesn't matter. Okay, if that's the story, then who the fuck has he been thrown at the Casper for the last 6 weeks? We've had the same receiving core and people hurt the whole entire season. And guess what? He's made it work every single week. So yes, he should still be able to change more plays, and let's stop fucking running it on 1st and 2nd down when we use the same formation for 3rd down. That's what I'm saying. You got 3 good tight ends. What is the point of only playing 1 per drive? So obviously you're going to be running a 2 tight end set most of the time. There was only 2 plays yesterday where only 1 tight end was in. That's what I'm saying. Only 1 play.
Receiver?
Huh?
Who's playing receiver?
Because
their receiver. Who was playing receiver if there was only one drive where they had more than 2 tight ends in?
Well, you had Williams come in for a play. Williams, he's the designated punt returner. He came in. Then you got Skowronek that came in. I mean, obviously Calvin Austin.
A dude that has 2 targets.
But like I said, it's Aaron Rodgers. It doesn't matter who. It literally does not matter. Connor Hayward's looking good. Darnell Washington's looking good. We got our 4th tight end catching football.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter
who's on the field.
If you literally just have 2 receivers out there that are competent, which they have 1, but they don't have another one at the moment because Calvin Austin's not playing. And then
you got Scotty Miller too. He's not bad. He hasn't been. I mean, he hasn't played, but when he has to play, like you got players that are coming out to at least run these routes. They're not putting them on the field.
Huh? They're not putting them on the field.
Well, they are putting them on the field. They're just not going to target them. They're going to be more of a decoy when they're going to come in once a game.
Who the fuck is going to be scared of a decoy of fucking Scotty Miller or Ben Skowronek?
Scotty Miller, yeah, I'd probably be a little bit concerned about him because he's faster than probably 90% of the cornerbacks in the league.
Yeah, but all you got to do is stick a dude on him and have him fucking play off of him.
Yeah, well,
if he's going to fucking run down the field.
If it was that easy, then everyone would do it. Obviously, it's not that easy.
Yeah, because I bet you fucking Scotty Miller's probably ran 15 routes this whole season.
I don't understand him. I don't know why he's on the team. I thought he was going to be a punt returner.
He's not good.
But yeah. So that's my thing on the Steelers. But I still don't understand your point on that, but
saying to put more people in that can catch the ball. When you're
What, you
saying that
think
you're
they're just
running
gonna
6
fucking grow them
offensive
out of the
linemen,
earth and fucking harvest them and get them ready for game
you
time?
have a
I mean,
dude
it's
that
not that easy.
you have a fucking dude that you took in the 2nd round, like 2 years ago,
Yes, and he had a season-ending injury last year, and
and
he's
he's
still
been healthy
rehabbing this
all
year. He's on a
season.
snap count. Yes.
Okay, Max, it's week 6, and he's been able to play since week 1. And guess what? They haven't done
No, he
played
has
him.
not. No, he has not. No, he has not.
When did
No,
he
he
start
has
playing?
not.
When did he start playing?
Dude, he's not even on the game day roster or some of the weeks because he literally physically cannot walk. His injuries are so bad, and if he's going to be a second round pick, playing this in the league, give him some time. Christopher Carter was live on YouTube just last week, and when he said when he goes to the locker room, he is completely taped up like a mummy, but they're hoping he plays this weekend. So Carter is literally live streaming these days where he's interviewing the locker room. And Roman Wilson just if you
Okay,
really
but the
believe
thing
he's
is
worth
too.
that much, then yeah, protect him for as much as you
Okay,
can.
but
And then
if
after 4 years,
you
doesn't work out, doesn't work out.
you have a tight end that can play receiver, correct?
Yeah, Johnny Smith, and that's what he
Yes.
basically is, a
Have him play
receiver.
receiver. Have him play receiver. And then get fucking, like, if you're going to have Scotty Miller or Ben Skoranek on the field or whoever the fuck, you actually need to probably throw the ball towards them, but they also need to have them on the field more often. Like, if you're running a fucking 6 offensive lineman play, then you also need to have more people out there who can catch the ball.
But that's what I'm saying. You have a good tight end room. It's working. The plays are working. The formation's working. Rodgers looks good. Nothing needs to change.
If
Nothing.
nothing
Just
needs
throw
to
the ball
change,
more.
then they don't need to throw the ball more.
All right. Let's just go to the next game. We have Chargers Dolphins. Chargers needed the win. Dolphins don't. Their season's over. But Chargers end up winning 29-27. Miami almost came back at the very end. Or actually looked alive in the fourth. And Devon A-Chain, unreal. Darren Waller, unreal.
Darren Waller didn't play that good, I don't think.
No, but 4 touchdowns in 4 games, let's say, is pretty good.
Oh, yes.
Then Lad McConkey looks like a receiver once again, and
he looks like he's getting the ball thrown to him.
And then the Chargers running back duo.
Kamani Vidal. I wouldn't say duo.
18 carries, 124 yards. Haskins was supposed to be the lead back. Not. I wouldn't do it anymore either. But yeah, Chargers take it. Tua, obviously, there's some shit going on because players, he says, aren't taking players only meetings seriously. But if you're having a players only meeting,
why are you having so many players only meetings? They had one after week 1, and apparently they're having them every week.
The last one I knew about was week 4, so I didn't know they were doing every week.
What do you need to have them that often for?
Well, if you're also having a players only meeting at week 1, your season's fucked.
I mean, their season's been fucked since they had Tua as their starter.
Yeah, I mean, they're bad. They looked better in that game, but just keep playing for that high draft pick because that's what you need. Never liked Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel. What did I?
I think Mike McDaniel would be fine if he just was an offensive coordinator.
Yeah. And I don't know. They're just bad. I mean, their defense. Mink is really the only good thing to that defense.
They have a lot of injuries. They have a lot of injuries on defense as well, though. Before the season started, they lost 2 or 3 of the cornerbacks and had to go sign some dudes off the free agency.
Yeah, they definitely thought Chargers were covering the -3.5 spread that was set.
I think the Dolphins lose next week. Then Mike McDaniel is probably getting fired after the game. He might get fired before they play.
I mean, 1-5. There's not much reason to keep a head coach.
I mean, because him and Tua are beefing because Tua's calling out the team for people not going to their meetings or whatever, and then Mike McDaniel's calls too out. Like,
Yeah,
seems like they need to get rid of somebody, and the best person to probably get rid of is Mike
both.
McDaniel, the dude that's supposed to be leading the fucking.
Or both. Offer both of them in a trade package. See who takes them.
Yeah, but nobody's fucking taken Tua.
But
He
you got
sucks.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, but I'd take Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator. I'm not taking him as I'm not taking Tua though.
Yeah,
Because then
Brian
it's just gonna be
Flores
the
ever
same
came
shit.
back to Pittsburgh as a defensive coordinator, I would. Defense is great, but like just having Brian Flores was so nice. He's one of the best of all time. Colts.
That's a crazy statement.
Is it? Because when you look up his stats all time, it doesn't say so. Colts 31, Cardinals 27. And Anthony Richardson fractures his fucking orbital bone in his face with a resistance band during warm-up.
Well, Tavarius Ward also got a concussion pregame too.
By
So
colliding with a teammate while running routes in pregame. Never. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know what kind of fucking resistance band he is fucking using, because I've used resistance bands before. And I've hit myself in the right here in my forehead. And I would just like to see what kind of fucking workouts is he doing that a resistance band is going to fracture his bone in his face.
It clearly happened.
I know, but how in the fuck do you do that? Unless you're intentionally like taking that bitch and smacking yourself in the face consistently, I don't know how you do that. But
yeah,
I am not Anthony Richardson. I would love to be. Pay me. But Daniel Jones, once again, solid game.
Honestly, I'm not
8
gonna lie.
incompletions.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he's really looked that crazy good still. I think their defense and their running game is the reason that they're fucking winning.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, 123 yards, and then Tyler Warren, 63 yards and a touchdown.
And it also doesn't help either that the Cardinals have Brissett, and they almost fucking win.
Yeah,
Jacoby Brissett has every time he plays, like somebody decides to play him and start him, he's gonna have a good game normally the first game, and then after that he's dog shit. But like, I feel like he's like you're almost losing him. That's a problem.
Yeah. Colts just have a good combo, a winning formula. That's what they would say. Good defense, good running, and then Daniel Jones. But he's playing good. But yeah, Colts
but they've
win.
also the Colts have also played two good teams this year. That's it, and they lost to one of them, and they almost lost to the other one. I don't think they're going to keep this up.
No,
but they also have an easy ass schedule until the back end of it.
Yeah, because coming up they got the Chargers, and then Titans, and then Steelers, and then Falcons. But then
the Chargers are so injured that I feel like they're probably going to beat them. They're beating the
after
Titans.
their bye week, it's going to hurt because they got Chiefs, Texans, Jags, Seahawks, 49ers, Jags, Texans.
Yeah, and guess what? Every one of those teams has a good defense.
And a close to winning record. Oh, no, they all have a winning record. Well, Houston does not, but good defense.
But Houston seems like they're kind of getting it figured out.
Jeffrey Simmons calls out the Titans teammates once again, because he did this a few weeks ago as well. But calls them out once again after a loss. Bro, what do you expect though? Do you expect to win? Like,
they're NFL.
There's literally no point
to win.
But there's no point in publicly talking about your teammates while you're on a losing organization that you know you're going to lose. So why publicly talk shit about losing with teammates?
He signed money to stay there, so he can bitch about it as much as he wants.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. He took a huge deal to stay there, and the Titans
they just fired their
quarterback. Yes.
You have a shit offensive line. You have no good receivers. Now your only good receiver, Calvin Ridley.
I just want to say shit. You know you guys are going to suck. That's a bad team. What's the point in publicly shaming your teammates for losing? Just don't do it. Does not make sense.
It's not like they have a crazy good defense either. Like they have a couple of dudes, but like other than that, they can't run the ball at all.
No. No, they cannot.
Their leading receiver this past week was fucking Van Jefferson.
But Raiders finally get another win. Genty looked good. Trey Tucker,
congratulations.
Dog.
What did Genty look good at?
Just getting close to 100 yards, but I'd say 75 yards and a
Close.
touchdown is better.
He had 23 carries.
Yeah, but, for him as a rookie, better than what he's been doing, and that's a
He had
better
like
stat sheet.
130. He had like a 130-yard game earlier this year.
Yeah, Chicago. Then after
Yeah,
that, that's last night was his second season high, besides 138. So that's
against
a good game.
arguably the worst team in the league.
Okay, he has 3 touchdowns on the season, considering the one that he just scored last night.
He had a 3-touchdown game,
and then he finishes with 75 yards and a touchdown, which is by far the second best game of his career so far. So yeah, that's a good game for him. Like I said, he's a rookie who has
I don't think it's that
terrible line.
I don't think it's like a good game for him. I think it's a good game for the Raiders, like that he's on the Raiders.
But what are you expecting his stat sheet to be?
I'm not saying
the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying is that he's on the Raiders. That's why if he was on a different team, obviously stats would probably be better.
Well, me assuming he's a rookie and playing on the Raiders, that's why I think 75 yards and a touchdown is good.
If you're a running back, your best seasons for the most part are gonna be your first couple of years.
Yeah.
So yeah. I would expect him to have good numbers right now.
But it's almost like they didn't prepare for him because the whole line just is bad. Well, you got Powers Johnson.
They lost Colton Miller before the season started.
Yeah, but Powers Johnson did not look good yesterday because they kept showing the game on the screen, and man, there was so much pressure on Genty right where the gap is supposed to be. Where Powers Johnson is, so he did not.
He gets hit in the backfield a lot.
Yeah, but it also I mean, they're.
But I think it also does not.
It's a losing formula.
That you have. Them. I think it doesn't help either that you have fucking Geno Smith as your quarterback.
Yeah,
because he looks terrible. He looks like he fell off
a
fucking
deal.
cliff.
I've been saying that. Probably the worst deal of free agency. Honestly, just makes absolutely no sense. You're on a rebuilding phase. You're paying his quarterback.
They traded him. They traded for him.
But yeah. But there's just no way that makes sense.
I think that they did that though as a bridge. I think they made that trade though as they know he's going to be a bridge quarterback for when they decide to go get a quarterback.
Then I would do a 1-year deal instead of having dead money.
He probably doesn't. He doesn't have that much guaranteed. Probably, I bet.
I would assume not.
I bet you after next season he has no more guaranteed money.
Good.
And I wouldn't really worry about it either because the Raiders suck anyways.
Well, Fred Warner can never walk again. Just kidding. He's fine. His ankle's not.
That was gross. That's disgusting.
But terrible, absolutely god-awful injury. Definitely I thought Buccaneers are going to win, and they did because Baker's a dog, and Rachaad White does Rachaad White things without Bucky Irving, but you look at the receiving core and just how it dwindles from week to week, and Baker's just doesn't matter.
Still slinging that bitch.
It's kind of like what I said about Aaron Rodgers. You don't need no one. He's still Aaron Rodgers. He's still going to do well, and that's Baker Mayfield. Doesn't matter who's out there. You have Sterling Shepard, Tyler Johnson.
They also spread the fucking ball out. Like they have people everywhere on the field, out.
Well,
they have a line to block.
The leading receivers is Cameron Johnson and Sterling Shepard. So. And I understand what you're saying, but I still think it's incorrect with Aaron Rodgers.
What?
It's Aaron Rodgers. And
it's Aaron Rodgers who's fucking 40, 41 years old. Or 42.
Yeah, you know what? Probably the 6-line formation is probably perfect for a 41-year-old quarterback.
Honestly, you probably don't even need a 6-line formation. You have a fucking offensive lineman as a tight end.
But it doesn't matter. Just take the extra body since you got it, and you got the tight end room to do it with the tight end that's basically a fucking slot receiver. The way he runs his routes and cuts, he doesn't cut like a tight end. He cuts like a receiver. The dude, I don't even know how he's labeled a tight end, to be honest with you. He sucks at blocking, but
but a lot of tight ends suck at blocking nowadays.
But Darnell and Pat are pretty good pass blockers, but Darnell's also Goliath, so that helps.
I was about to say he's a fucking massive human being.
But Baker, once again, looked like an MVP. Should be MVP, leading favorite.
I'll tell you what,
Vegas.
maybe my favorite play I've seen of the year was that fucking first time. That shit was so sick.
Yeah, that was good.
Fucking broke a sack twice and then gets out of the pocket and fucking
And
goes.
dove. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's unreal. But Buccaneers look great. Their defense looks solid.
I mean,
49ers have had a good offense the last 2 weeks, and actually eliminating them to 19, I think, is
Kendrick Bourne fucking like just turned into fucking
I don't
Randy
know.
Moss?
I wish I would have known that before the season started.
Like, what the fuck?
But yeah,
Couldn't stay on a
take
roster, and now all of a sudden he's getting 140 yards a game.
We'll kind of pick it up a little bit, only because we're at an hour 15 and we still got a decent amount of games to cover. Bengals, Packers. Did you think it was going to be? I mean, you thought it was. You took plus 16.5 anyways.
I think it was 14.5, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did that because I know that Joe Flacco is going to sling the ball.
And he did.
And, yeah, he did. And the Bengals are starting to bench players on their defense, which is surprising.
Logan Wilson.
They benched Logan Wilson. They're starting to bench Cam Taylor-Britt. I mean, they got a turnover the first drive, which was nice when the Packers got down the field pretty quick. But I'll tell you what, Matthew Golden looked fucking disgusting in that game.
Yeah, he did.
And honestly, the Packers, they could probably do what they did against the Bengals to everybody and just give the ball to Josh Jacobs all the fucking time.
Yeah. Rushing and receiving. I'd be doing the same exact thing.
And Jordan Love is super fucking good. He threw that pick, which it was a bad play. He threw it and it got tipped by one of our dudes and then got caught behind him. But, I mean, he only got sacked once. And because our pass rush is trash and Trey Hendrickson's now hurt. And we didn't have Mike Gesicki that game either, which was nice. And they had Joe Flacco throw the ball 45 times his first game on the team, which is insane.
He knew the fucking routes to throw it to be honest with you.
But he didn't look like he did the first fucking half. But if I'm him, I'm doing exactly what he did in the second half. Throw it to Jamar. Throw it to T. Higgins. Every fucking time that you touch the ball.
Yeah, I mean, 12 targets for Jamar Chase and 8 targets for T. Higgins is literally exactly how it should be every single week.
And like they Chase Brown actually had a decent game, but he only carried the ball 9 times. But like, there's no point in running the ball because you're gonna be losing.
Yeah. So, well, got Thursday. We'll see about Thursday.
They're the Steelers. The fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely thought Packers are gonna win. Was surprised that the Bengals were actually making taking a decent chunk out of it. But the fourth just fucked them when you give up 17.
You could just tell that they weren't in the game the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
and also fuck Matt LaFleur, by the way, for fucking calling that timeout when fucking McPherson's about to hit a 67-yard field goal.
Yeah, he made it the first time.
Yeah, he makes it, and then he's like, actually, yeah. Fuck you.
But both. I mean, I would see why you say that because both of your touchdowns came off of 4th down plays. So I mean, you got to get your points somewhere, and you're taking your last chance both times. Get an answer, which helps. But yeah, Packers take it 27-18. Jacobs does what he does. But it's got to be nice for Bengals fans to see Jamar Chase and T. Higgins actually getting the ball and getting yards. Honestly, why don't you go ahead and start Lions, Chiefs? I have to pee so bad. Give me 1 second.
Okay. But the Bengals have to, like, I want them to lose basically the rest of the games this year because obviously Joe's not coming back. We're not going to win any games, many games, if any, the rest of the year. So might as well just suck. I mean, we can score points and suck. We did last year, so. But going into the Sunday night game, we got the Chiefs and the Lions, and it looks like Mahomes is back to form. This motherfucker's pissing. Like, we can't hear it. I'm going to wait now because he's just pissing over me talking. Fucking ignorant motherfucker. I was waiting for you to get back because I could hear you pissing the whole time.
Oh, could you?
Yeah.
No.
Anyways, the Lions and the Chiefs game. Mahomes is back on form, and I don't get why he's the leader for MVP at the moment, but he has looked very fucking good the last couple of weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks, yeah. Yes.
Because he had 4 touchdowns against the Ravens. But I don't know what the. I mean, I know the Chiefs have a good defense, but I didn't expect the Lions to not really do anything.
Yeah, they did
Like,
not look good.
they couldn't really run the ball. And, like, Amon-Ra had 9 catches for 45 yards. You don't really see that too much. And, honestly, I think the Lions, if they did what they did in the first half of that game, throw the fucking ball to Jameson Williams and fucking Montgomery and St. Brown, you're going to get a lot farther doing that.
Dude, I just now realized I've had my work badge on this whole entire time. Will they sue me?
But I mean, the Goff didn't look terrible, but they also just couldn't run the ball. I mean, I didn't watch the full game because I passed out during it. But I know that they just didn't keep the ball because they would have fucking scored more points. And the Chiefs seem to have scored almost every drive. They punted the ball once. So
yeah,
and
the
also
Chiefs
Travis Kelce
better
back on form.
And Rashee
Travis
Rice
Kelce's
is back.
Yeah, this week he is. Yeah.
So yeah, that sucks. But yeah, it's gonna happen. Lions do this at least twice a season where they just lay an egg and just nothing.
Yeah, but that's their problem.
And then they'll drop 50 next week.
Happen. They probably will. Well, I don't. Well, yeah, they probably will. They're playing the Buccaneers, but it's. Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand them sometimes. Like the Chiefs have a good pass rush and good D line. They're good on all 3 levels on defense, but I just don't expect the Lions to be able to do much.
I feel like though if just depending on who they play, but I feel like whenever they're playing a actually good defense, they have the least amount of struggles, and then when they play shittier teams that have an average defense, looks like that's when they literally don't look the best. Just like the start of the season, I mean, they have their best game of the season against the Ravens, where they were still at least somewhat healthy. Lamar played half that game, and I mean, going
Are
into
you talking
halftime,
about the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna start looking each week.
I mean, yeah, and also Rashee Rice is back, so.
Yeah, well, they also have the threat. They also now have the threat of Xavier Worthy, which has been 2 or 3 weeks now,
and
of
Juju
him
Smith
being able to get behind you. Yeah, Juju's been playing good. Fucking Marquise Brown, or I don't know what I call him, Hollywood Brown. He looks like he's kind of getting back to where he was before he got hurt and was out for basically 2 seasons. So, I mean, they got a lot of weapons, and they also have that rookie running back who they've been using a lot in the passing game. So it's gonna be rough for everybody. I'm not gonna.
Then let's try to cover these next 2 in 9 minutes, because YouTube algorithm sucks for anything above 90 minutes. So we'll try to keep it below 90 if we can.
I think the Bills might be in the dumps after they lost that game, and Bijan is the best running back in football.
Yeah, there's no way that's a debate. He is unreal. Buffalo has a good defense.
Well, they had 5 cornerbacks injured this game.
Yeah, well, that doesn't okay.
But Drake London had 158 yards, and he had 90 of them in the first quarter, and
so
they just looked ridiculous.
Bills currently have 19 players that are either hurt or on the IR right now.
Yeah.
Matt Milano, Dalton Kincaid, Curtis Samuel, DeMar Hamlin, TJ Sanders, Tyler Bass, Maxwell Hairston, Dwayne Carter. The other one's not crazy. Yeah. But Joshua Palmer, Christian Benford.
And I'll tell you what, I said this at the beginning.
Connor McGovern, Cole Bishop.
And I said this at the beginning of the season. They need to go get a number 1 wide receiver, because there's not one dude on this team besides maybe Shakir, which they still don't even barely throw him the ball, that you can throw the ball to every play.
It needs to be like Keon Coleman eventually, but you just don't give it to him.
He got 6 targets and had 3 catches for 11 yards.
Yeah,
on the season, he has 230 yards.
Yeah, and you took him high.
And a lot of those yards are from the Ravens game. He had like 120 yards against the Ravens.
Yeah.
So he's literally not doing anything. They have a big, deep play threat with Josh Palmer. They have their slot receiver with Khalil Shakir. They have a dude that can get up and like go get the ball like two with Keon Coleman. But you need a dude that is gonna like you can throw the ball to every time, like they had with Diggs. I've seen a lot of people say they should go trade for AJ Brown, but I don't think the Eagles are going to do that unless he actually asks for a trade.
Or unless they
And I don't.
start losing.
But but I mean, yeah, they got to go get a number one receiver because Josh Allen looked terrible that game, and he was throwing the ball in the dirt, and he was getting hit a lot. He probably like if he didn't get rid of the ball before he was getting hit a lot, he probably got sacked like 7 or 8 times instead of 4.
Yep, 2 straight losses.
And the
Offense never
Falcons
looked like it was gonna do anything.
and Michael Penix looked really good. Bijan is just ridiculous, dude. He's so nasty. And I'm tired of fucking Tyler Algier vulturing his touchdowns because I have him in fantasy and I would have won my first game this past week if he would have fucking not got that touchdown. It was Bijan instead.
Yeah, I hate Algier too for that. Because I have him fantasy in my NFL Dynasty League with 32 people, and of course I started Rashad Bateman over him.
And also the Bills are officially not first in the AFC East anymore. The Patriots are, so they might be cooked. But moving on from that game because it was nothing really to talk about besides Bijan.
DeAndre Swift has a career game where it's gonna, revitalize his. I don't even know, but he just looked better.
Yeah, but the Commanders' defense is dog shit.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift, though, 14 rushes, 108 yards.
I agree he had a good game, but he's not going to keep that up.
2 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Great. That's what you need from him. You just haven't
and
gotten it
I'll tell you what,
Caleb Williams
doesn't look from the stats like he had a bad game, but that motherfucker cannot hit an intermediate route at all. Like the ones that are like 10 to 15 yards,
to stop moving so much.
He cannot do anything. I don't know what his problem is.
He can't stand in the pocket and throw the ball. Like he's always got to move. I mean, he's just like Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield makes those throws because that's just who he is. That's the kind of quarterback he likes to. I mean, that's just his animation. That's how he likes to throw the ball.
His animation, what we playing Madden. Anyways,
that's like his signature animation, the play action rollout.
It's not an animation; it's real life.
Yeah, but that's his signature play. I'm like, oh, that animation I just saw. Him.
That's crazy that you're saying that it's an animation for something in real life. But anyways, Bill Krosky-Merritt looked decent. I mean, he did have that fumble. That the Commanders' turnovers killed them this game. They would have won the game probably by 2 possessions if they didn't fumble it 3 times. And also throw a pick.
Dan Daniels had 2 fumbles. And
a pick.
Well, yeah, and then Krosky-Merritt also had another receiving fumble, so 4 total fumbles.
And the Commanders, I can see why they're losing, though, because they also don't have anybody really healthy right now, receiver-wise. They had Chris Moore playing yesterday, and Chris Moore's been in the league for 12 years. UC boy.
Well, you have Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, but Deebo also is going to, they're going to be on his ass probably the whole fucking game because there's no one else to throw to.
Yeah, well, he had 4 catches, 15 yards, so they did their part on defense to...
That's what I'm saying. Like, Zach Ertz had 6 targets. Chris Moore had 5. And Chris Moore had a touchdown, which is crazy because I fucking didn't know he was in the league anymore. Why?
Fuck Zach. Yeah, because last week my parlay loses because he gets 0 catches, and then this week I don't put him in, he gets 6 catches.
Okay. It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I think the Commanders, they're probably not going to do super great for the most of the season because the defense is terrible and their receivers can't stay healthy. And the Bears are the most inconsistent team ever. They play really good one week, play like dog shit the next. So
yeah, they do. But yeah, Bears needed that win a lot more than the Commanders do because Commanders, you got Jane Daniels just coming back. It's going to be more of a, not even a learning curve, but you just need a few games to get back in the rhythm of things. And
the Bears also just lost fucking DJ Moore too. So
yeah, great for Rome Odunze.
Well, I mean,
and so the 2 people in our league that declined my trades last week, I bet you're punching the air now because
I mean, DJ Moore was out for like half the game, and Rome Odunze had two catches.
Well, this is literally his only bad game of the season so far.
Well, I agree. I'm just saying.
I'll take it. It's fine. He'll be fine. All right. That is going to be. I think we took like 30 minutes just talking about the Steelers alone. It is what it is. Sometimes it happens. We won't talk about anything else for upcoming because we got our episode later. So
yeah,
we will see how the Thursday night football game pans out.
Yeah, can't wait.
I think it literally would not surprise me if you guys win.
I bet
Prime
you
time,
money.
you're home.
I bet you money. Aaron Rodgers has his best game of the season by a large margin, and Joe Flacco gets
I don't know.
absolutely murdered the whole game.
He would have to. I don't. He would have to do a lot to beat Week 1 because.
Yep. Okay, but the Bengals aren't covering DK. The Bengals are probably the worst team of all time at covering tight ends every year.
Well, then great.
They never are
Perfect
good
matchup.
at guarding tight ends.
Perfect matchup.
We are like the second or third worst team in run defense. So Jalen Moore will probably have 100 yards. And yeah, we're just not really going to do anything. And you guys have a good defense. So you can rush the passer and you guys blitz a lot because that's your scheme. You zone blitz a lot.
Yeah, but you never know. It's a short week. Neither team's getting a lot of rest. So
you also
I think
about
anything can happen.
There's not going to be Trey Hendricks in this game either.
Yeah, that also does help. I love that.
So,
but
yeah,
Shamar Stewart legacy game coming up.
No, he's not. He's not doing nothing.
But all right, that's going to be it for us. Once again, check out all the socials. We're on everything. Just put our name in, and then we will pop up.
Sports Talk, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify,
everything.
Apple.
But yeah, once again, thanks for tuning in. This is one brought to you by WannaParlay.com. Make sure you use that promo code JMP. But that is it for us.
Bye.